hang on.
It's okay.
There's a lot of water coming in.
This rig can take it. The engine's got to snorkel.
The square body Suburban from Dante's Peak. This thing was pivotal in my childhood. Being born in '95 and this movie coming out in '97, I was obsessed with this thing. Between the snorkel, helping them get across the water, all the lights, the brush guard, spare tire carrier, this thing was just done up just right. Jump in the thing, and you can see pretty accurate with the leaf springs what it would be like riding in it, the way they're bouncing around in there. Very accurate to my square body that I'll show you here in a second. If you're not familiar with this movie, basically volcano erupting in a small town, and it's just complete panic as everybody's trying to get out. And this being the ultimate setup vehicle by Harry, he's there to actually monitor the volcano and tried to warn everybody it was going to erupt. And you can see he's got the perfect setup to get out. And this is just kind of everybody's dream as a young guy wanting to have a capable truck to be able to save, you know, your family or friends around you. And they had 5 of them in this movie. One of them which got flipped. A few others have been dispersed to kind of all over the world, really. And I think I might have ended up with one of them. And here you can see my orange Suburban. Now this one's a little bit broed out with some big rims. So I just drove it up to about 25 miles an hour, actually 35, and it would not shift into second gear. Pretty stoked on this thing for $1,000. I mean, it's just so big. There's just so much like potential here because it's got a 350. I got plans for a new transmission. It's going to be a lot better there. Full-wheel drive. It's got solid axles. You can put whatever you want in it. Like, this thing's awesome. I'm excited about it. Hopefully we're going to yank this transmission out soon and send it off to Monster Transmissions, get it rebuilt and upgraded, and then get her on the road. When I bought it for $1,000 from Cherry Point Marine Corps Air Station, it was not running or driving. After a little bit of work and got it going, I quickly got to work on this thing because I was excited to drive it and use it as a tow vehicle in between some other projects I'm working on, some old Fords. This was going to be a cheap truck I could fix up, use it to tow, and then ultimately resell it. Now you'll see why I'm kind of destined to keep this thing as we go on in the video, but got the transfer case out as well as the drive shafts you just saw. Transmission came out, and this is all over after working on weekends, just different nights. And thankfully got my shop put up and was able to get the new transmission in. I got new tires on the rig now. Just carried those up to Virginia to get mounted up by some guys I know through Instagram, so that was really cool meeting them. Up here at Colony Tire, just got some air thrown in the 40s. Gonna get them balanced up. They are not too pretty on the back and just about as bad on the front. They're putting some mud wraps on over here. We got Bryce hanging out. All good. Excited. This is my happy place right here in the tire shop. Now look at how many tires we got in the back of this thing. Check this out. You cannot get any more tires in this thing, any more room at all. Took 3 dudes to figure out how to get these in here. We got one of them sitting up on top of my back seat. They are in there. But I got plenty of room in the front now. No wheels sitting there. Yes, sir. Got 40s on 17s. Really stoked on how these big old 40s look. And they make the rig look a lot more classic and off-road capable. Even though it's got the little 6-lug, 10-bolt axles. So toothpick axles, big old tires. Probably going to break something. But first things first, let's get this transmission in here. And then we can lead to breaking other stuff. There's so much room under here with the 40s, and I think it's a 6-inch lift. Alright guys, we are 1 hour into our 2-hour trip, running 70 miles an hour down the highway, no sweat. We are 20 minutes from home on Sunday on our way back. So I've been trailering the F-250 for about an hour and 40 minutes. Pulled over because my daughter wanted to use the potty, and I shut the truck off. I'm getting kind of low on fuel too, so I pulled in. I was gonna get some gas. When I started it back up, started up immediately, and then went boom, shut off, and now it doesn't want to start. It's pretty warm, so I'm gonna give it some time. I think I might be either out of gas or it's just cranky because it's hot. So either way, I'm at a gas station and I got some time. I'm a little ahead of schedule, so we'll see. Hopefully it cranks right up once it has a little bit of time to cool off. So stay tuned. Hopefully we're gonna be all right. What do you think? You think we're gonna be all right? You got Easter candy, so you're gonna be good, that's for sure. Well, we broke down, stopped for gas, and won't start up. So we've been to O'Reilly's. Tristan came to the rescue. I got 2 new parts. First one didn't work. Couldn't figure it out at the gas station, so I had to come back and get it with the Bronco. I've got a bunch of other videos about this Suburban. Just wanted to tell y'all how excited I am to realize it's like the Dante's Peak Suburban. So with that, got it back and was excited to go pick up another bump side crew cab, and you can see how that went shortly after. Well, that's not going well. I took this corner too fast and locked up the brakes and slid around, tore this thing all up. So it looks like we're going convertible with the Suburban. Will it flip? I think we might have to make it into a rock crawler. Does it look like a convertible yet? No. Ready for action. All right, we have chopped the top off, and now we don't want to have to push it back in by hand, so we're going to try to start it for the first time since the rollover. There we go. Little smoky. Perfect. Just made my first door cut. Super flimsy now, and we're gonna cut it pretty close to here. He just cut the top off of that, so that's exciting. That came off pretty nicely. And we just gotta ditch the glass. Do the same thing here, same thing over there, and we'll have a pretty straight setup here that we can go back in and smooth out and weld shut, so it's not super dangerous and hacked looking. So we're gonna hack it and then we're gonna unhack it a little bit. What you got there?
You did save the glass.
Yeah, that glass is great. It's like one of the only pieces that's not broken.
The way the purest.
This one too. And then the front 2 windows were never broken. All the glass was already broken when I bought the thing, except for the windshield. That one's new. So this thing was pretty much ready for this already. Somehow this glass has stayed together pretty nicely. You may have caught on to a few differences from my Suburban and the one from the movie. Some of the obvious stuff is missing, but let me know what you guys think. Could this be one of the 5 Suburbans that was used in making the movie? I know one of them got totaled, a few of them have been sold, shipped around, and Greg's Restorations just bought one that's for sure from the movie.
How do you think? It's been sitting here for a while, huh?
She's dusty. She's seen better days, but everything's here.
Yeah, it seems all intact.
Brush guard, snorkel. But when I saw that, I was like, I can't believe I have this same truck. I love that movie. I love this truck, and now I really want to keep it and make it inspired by the movie for an off-road rig and do what they did in the movie with this thing in real life. Dude, yeah, this was my idea all along. Freaking convertible. There it is. 4-door Blazer, just like that. This is her bad side. A little rough around the edges, but we just removed most of the damage because it was all on the roof. And as you can see, got basically a truck bed, open air experience here, but we're gonna get a nice roll cage that'll be tie it into probably the body mounts, what I'm thinking, so it could be removable, but give it some strength because it's going to be pretty flexy right now without all that support. We'll fix up our cuts here, maybe bend that piece back out and get a new windshield. Probably going to cut the fender for now. I might do the older, like early square body with the round headlights. So at one point I was thinking about replacing the fenders and hood and everything to have the round headlights and repainting this thing to the original blue color. It was sprayed orange at some point, maybe for the movie, but now I think I really want to keep it orange for the movie. We got ourselves a little convertible rock crawler right here as soon as we get a roll cage. Now obviously this thing doesn't have a tailgate or roof or anything anymore, but I'm hoping to construct a tailgate out of the same tubing I'm going to make the roll cage from with my Eastwood tubing bender, and I'd like to put a spare tire carrier on it, kind of match the movie there, and have some KC lights or some Dixie Peck lights up on top. I was thinking about replacing the back section of this to put a tailgate in, but I don't think that's really worth doing at this point, since I'm just going for the Dante's Peak off-road look. We'll figure all that out. You can see our seats are there. The seat height is like perfect with this. It looks good. They're not sticking up too high. And let me climb in there real quick. Hold this for me if you don't mind. See how it looks like. You know.
Just reach over and open it from the inside.
Oh, that's right. It opens from the inside. Yeah, there's so much room to do some parades. But yeah, I think this will be pretty sweet, you know. And she yeah, that's solid. I like it. Y'all be sure to stay tuned for more topless wheeling. If y'all haven't yet, check out my videos of taking the 6.7 Power Stroke with absolutely no body on it. It was super sketchy. It had so much fun. Made a lot of good friends out there at UARI. Hope to take the square body out there with a roll cage and have that thing set up to do it all the time and hopefully not break anything. So be sure to come back. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm really excited about the future of this thing. When life gives you lemons, squeeze them in your eye.